Hey y'all, it's Melanie coming to you from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. I'm sitting here with an ace bandage wrapped around and on my porch in the sunshine, and it's like 45 degrees today, but it's conveniently west facing, and so the sun is pretty intense this time of day, and it provides this lovely space to sit and be totally warm and happy in a bikini, even when the temperatures are cool. I'm going through some back pain today, and a friend applied a poultice that I talked about on my Facebook page, made of comfrey and psyllium husk powder. Um, you could also add some essential oils to that, and if you want her to make it for you, she's available here in the Kill Devil Hills area, and I'm telling you, the love and light that she puts into making this creation and how quickly the pain was relieved blew me away. From somebody having so much training with pharmaceutical medication and having worked in the hospital for 10 years. I didn't think that pain relief could be achieved through plant medicine like this. I use turmeric and it helps, but it never does as good of a job as this has done. And I'm somebody that suffered with chronic back pain for most of my life. When I was 14, I started having problems with herniated discs from horse falls and horse injuries. That's part of what's reignited this journey for me and caused me some pain. However, it's worth it, and I'm going to get it figured out as the days go by. It'll all happen the way that it's meant to, right? Maybe I needed to go through this journey of pain and uncomfortableness in order to be guided to the plant medicine to help me. Sorry, it's really bright. Yeah, no, I can't do that. So, yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about that. So if you are in a pain issue or on a pain journey right now and you're local here in the Outer Banks, she will definitely be able to help you, and you'll be amazed and surprised just as I was. The other thing I wanted to talk to you all about, I was contacted by a friend that had recently moved to Oregon, and he's struggling in finding work because he doesn't want to be vaccinated, and his whole family says that he should be vaccinated, and I hear all of the arguments and reasoning for vaccination and all that stuff. I was a nurse. I quit for a reason, and I have no interest in the medical industry whatsoever. That's been my stance since 2016, and it took me until officially 2019 to definitely resign forever, and I will scrub toilets before I ever go back to that. And actually, I've taken on a job as that would be taboo to so many people and so many folks, and I don't care because it's a job that needs to be done. It's a spiritual job that I can do to help people and guide people on their next journey in life, and I get paid really well to do it. So I'm very proud of where my life is taking me. It's very unexpected, but it's also causing a little bit of back pain. It requires a lot of heavy lifting, and that's okay. So he is struggling to find a job because he is unvaccinated. And I'm telling you what, guys, I know so many people dropping dead right now. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings. I have so much empathy and love and kindness and compassion for these people because I know the fear that they're living in, and I know how scared they were to do what they did, or how forced or how manipulated they were to do what they did. I was forced and manipulated to get the flu vaccine 2 years ago, back in November of 2019, and I sobbed, uncontrollably sobbed, because I felt like every part of my choice, every part of my freedom, every part of my sovereignty was completely stripped from me in that moment, and it was all for money, which doesn't matter. And so I totally get it, and I empathize with everybody that's had to do that. I feel so... My heart goes out to all of those that have had vaccine reactions, and how scary that must have been, and how terrifying, and how awful and horrible and painful and uncomfortable, and all of the things that have been described to me through vaccine reactions. I apologize that you have had to go through that. Nobody should be forced to do anything on this planet. Number one, everybody should have consent and a choice, and not be forced to do something against their will. The sun's going down a little bit more. It's not so bad, so that's good. Second thing, they don't talk about the vaccine reactions on the mainstream media. They talk about the vaccine reactions in the underground media and video sources, BitChute, Rumble, where there's no censorship as of right now. I don't know if that'll ever change. But the evidence is out there, and it's scary, and it's disturbing, and it's shocking, and I am so sorry that this is what is happening to humanity. And it's a very interesting time to be here and to be watching from the perspective that I have gained and grown over this 3.5 decade life I've lived, which is just a little bit of time, guys. I'm one of those people that believes that we were meant to live for hundreds of years, and that was stolen and robbed from us. So, it's funny, like, all of the life that's been stolen. Anyways, children are dying, adolescents are dying. I watched a news clip montage of 50 different clips of teenagers running through a field and falling over dead. They were playing soccer, basketball, baseball, whatever the sport was, and they were football, they were just trotting along, and all of a sudden they just fall over, and that was it. And it really broke my heart. I see what people are posting and commenting under various videos. A lot of the main source media now has turned off of their, all of the mainstream media has turned off of their comments. So you're unable to comment and see what people are actually saying, but I know that the majority are saying that it's really scary what's happening right now. I've seen so many people, I haven't seen them, but I've heard of them in my community and through friends, and I've actually seen somebody in person now, vaccinated and done. And they're young, they're old, people getting strokes and heart attacks and blood clots and coming down with the thing that we don't talk about, even though they've had the other thing here. I guess I want to keep making my stance as to what truly heals the body, and it doesn't come from a pharmaceutical company that's profiting off of this agenda that they're pushing. They're profiting a lot. They profited $54 billion a year prior to all of this business. It is a business. They were the number one wealth-making company and corporation was Big Pharma. They made $54 billion before all of this started. And I don't even know the numbers now, but I can tell you it's probably doubled, if not tripled. It's disgusting, and it's crazy that they're making this money off of the ignorance of others. So if you were a business owner watching this, I would suggest that you not recommend that your staff become vaccinated or force them or manipulate them or whatever, because you know whose soul that goes on when there's adverse reactions? It's not that person's soul that was manipulated and forced into something they didn't want to do. No, it goes on your soul. It goes on the soul of you that's forcing this. It's wrong. People, I don't care what you say about people are dying from this. I went to the Register of Deeds of our county, and I went through every death that has happened over the last 2 years. And the majority of deaths are happening because of cardiac disease, diabetes, COPD, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Those are the 5 right there. Suicide and drug overdose come in next. All of those areas of illness have 2 times, 3 times the amount of people that have died in this year alone than have died this year from the disease we're not allowed to mention. If they truly cared about us, if they were truly concerned for our safety and our well-being, they would not feed the food that is available to the masses at the cheapest available price. So, with all that said, I'm going to cut this down before 10 minutes is over. There's people driving by, and I'm sitting here in my ace bandage and bikini bottoms. So I want to wish you all a beautiful afternoon and recommend getting as much sunshine as you possibly can. South-facing porches if you're in the northern hemisphere, and west-facing porches that are concealed will give you a good amount of heat, especially if you have dark walls like this. So just a little heads up to get your vitamin D in. All right, wishing you all the best. Peace, love, namaste, adios, guys.